We are in Tokyo, Japan. And as you can tell, I'm a little sick. So we just landed in from the Philippines. And I'm actually recording this a little bit later than when I've gotten in. I got it a few days ago, but I've been on the go. So I'm going to kind of act as if I just got here. We're staying in a nice hotel in Shinjuku, which is like sort of southwest Tokyo in a way. And as you can see, it's very cold here. I'm having the thermal up, and then I'm going to be putting a jacket over this as well. So it's very cold out here right now. So we're going to head into the city and just kind of explore a bit today. Keep it pretty easy, walk around. Getting here was very chaotic. I did not understand the subway system at all to begin with. And Japanese is a language that I'm not picking up on well. Usually I can grab a language pretty quick, start to understand some words, and start to speak some words. Japanese is not like that. It is very difficult. It is nowhere near anything else that I've ever heard before. Big plans are going to be to see Shibuya Crossing, lots of Shinjuku, and then I want to go visit some other villages while we're here. That would be a lot of fun. Also, TeamLabs is this really awesome, like artwork, creative, like galley type thing. It's really cool. You've probably seen lots of viral videos on it, and I'm really looking forward to that one. That one's gonna be sick. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of good video clips there. On top of that, we are gonna be going camera shopping here. So I've actually already done my camera shopping because I'm shooting this 3 days into the trip. The first few days were very chaotic. But right now I'm shooting on the FX3 now, and we got 2 new lenses. The prices in Tokyo are absolutely ridiculous for cameras, and there's no tax. So if you're getting something like refurbished, no tax, and the price is already better, what I would have spent 6 or 7 grand on in the United States, I spent 4 grand on, and I got a whole new vlogging kit. So the best of the gear you can get. I train jiu-jitsu at Purebred in Scottsdale, Arizona. So I am going to be training here at the Purebred in Japan. I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to head a little bit more north to some bamboo sort of like fields that I saw online and a couple temples, and sort of just exploring the city and getting some really good photos and some really good videos. So stay tuned. Let's get rolling. If you've been thinking about going to Tokyo, Japan, hopefully this video makes you do it. So, game plan today, we are gonna go and gamble on some sumo wrestling, and then just go out into town and probably take some photos of the city at night. So I'll throw them up on screen. Before that, let's go watch some sumos. I heard they have a Ukrainian sumo wrestler, so I'm super excited to see how he performs, and I've never seen sumo wrestling before, so let's go. Kind of walked to this really cool sort of shrine. It was great photos. I did some prayers. That was fun. And I headed over to TeamLabs. TeamLabs was probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. I wish I was on some mushrooms.
The next station is Shibuya.
目覚ましよりも早く飛び起きてカーテン開けたら太陽がウインク昨日のミスも笑い飛ばして新しいストーリー今始まるよ胸のビートが止まらないワクワクが止められないキラキラハート止まらない
So we're getting ready to head over to a bamboo forest. There's about like an hour train ride outside of Tokyo. And I heard they even make their own matcha that's fresh. So I'm super excited. And it actually looks like my bus is arriving here now. So let's go.
just saw the Buddha statue. It's very cool. I did a prayer here with Anna. She is my makeshift tour guide that I just met photographing in another city. And turns out we had the same route today. So we've been doing some photos together. And yeah, we did a pray. You do 2 bows, 2 claps, and then you say your prayer. First, you throw in a coin. You throw in a cash amount. And so then 2 bows, 2 claps, then your prayer. And then you pray again. And it was really cool. Now we're heading to the next spot. So we said bye to Anna, and I just got back to Shinjuku in Tokyo. That was a lot of fun. We ended up drinking a lot of sake and just going out and having a really good time. Nothing weird or anything. She just kind of led me around and showed me a ton of the sights. So very grateful to Anna. She's a photographer, so I may drop her Instagram in the description. Make sure to go. And hello, konnichiwa. So they're headed back to Shinjuku now. I asked them if they wanted to go bar hopping, is what I just asked. And we're going to go to Shinjuku and go home to my hotel for the night. And then tomorrow, maybe head out to a couple other villages or maybe even stay here local. Not really sure yet, but I do know that one of the days I will be training, probably doing some jujitsu and some weightlifting at a cool gym. So stay tuned. We're going to head back to the hotel. But first, we're going to get some ramen. Let's go. So we woke up a little bit late today. It's about, I want to say like 11 o'clock and we're just not getting out. That kind of ruins the plans for traveling anywhere else, but we are going to go ahead and run to this place called Nikko. There's some cool temples there and it's about a 2-hour journey. So we're going to barely make it, but we'll get some really good photos. So I'm super excited. I'm heading to the subway now. We're on the train now. The subways and the trains here in Japan, they're very efficient. You can get everywhere for extremely cheap, but also they can be a little tricky to navigate sometimes. Also coming from the United States, obviously our public transportation is nowhere near the level of somewhere like Tokyo or Japan. But we're on a train now and we're almost to Nikko, getting there around 2-ish in the afternoon. Going to go see a bridge and see a really cool temple that they have and try to throw the drone up. So I'm super excited. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that temple was absolutely stunning. There was an area on the inside where I took my camera, but you weren't allowed to take photos. But I went there and I said a prayer, and I'll do a video at the end showing you how to do a prayer. But for the most part, you do 2 bows. Well, first you tip, so you give coin. You throw a coin into it or some cash, and then you do 2 bows, 2 claps. Then you say your prayer, and then you do a bow afterwards. And so I did a little prayer in there and walked around, and this place was ancient. I mean, look at this place. It's insane. We're gonna head over to the bridge now and get some really good photos of that. We're gonna go get some night shots of Tokyo right now. I'm gonna really focus on some slow shutter speeds and like lots of movement, lots of lines and sort of like those like drag lines you see in all those crazy shots, usually of stars or of traffic. Gonna try to get that with some of the traffic. Shibuya Square, or Shibuya Crossing, some areas in Shinjuku, lots of stuff like that. So that's sort of what I'm aiming for now. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's see what some of the shots look like.
I just have to say, while walking through the streets of Tokyo, the night scene is just so easy to photograph. The neon signs and all the bright lights everywhere. It's like Vegas, but not as dirty and grimy, and it's much more dense. So the shots are just, you can basically point the camera into any direction and land a good photo. But what was really fun is being able to sort of bracket my images and do a very slow shutter to get the motion, the movement between the people and the vehicles, and kind of just sort of show how busy the city is. That's what's been my favorite thing to shoot so far. And I think that I will spread these across as 2 separate posts, both the night scene being Tokyo, and I only really shot Tokyo at night because I was just so in awe of the shots that were available. I did shoot a few here in the day, but those photos were very limited just because when I was running around Tokyo and taking these photos, they just felt like the night scene was the best showcase of what Tokyo is.
I can feel like my butt. You can feel it, huh? We just got done rolling. I did about 5-6 rolls and I am whooped. As you can see, I got to roll with Eminari, and he's very, very good, very technical. Only did 1 round with him. I think I actually did really well. And aside from him, I did great. I did fantastic. I only got subbed maybe twice, and they had some really high-ranking guys in there. And a lot of the guys who subbed me, it was me being very aggressive the moment it swapped, and I was playing defensive instead of offensive. They really struggled to sub me, so really good roll. Now we're gonna head back to the hotel, do some laundry, get ready, go ahead and work out later in the day, and get ready to swap to our hotel that's closer to the airport. So far it's been a fantastic trip. Throwing the drone up. The weather's actually finally nice today. So I'm gonna get the drone up in the air. The last few days it hasn't been the best, and I'm at the point in my career where I'm not gonna force a shot, right? So weather's not gonna give it to me. I'm not gonna try to get a shot and then think the shot's ugly and try to work with it and just be displeased with the final result. So got the drone up just now. Took some good videos, some good shots of Tokyo. Not too much, nothing too crazy. The battery was kind of low, so gonna walk around, continue to do some drone shots. Gonna go thrifting. We're gonna hit some thrifting runs really quick. Hit a couple spots. I'm looking for a red jacket, and then gotta go to the camera store. So we're just gonna be running around Tokyo today, kind of having a good time and checking out some places before we head home. Yeah. We got what we wanted, but I can't show you guys yet. I think it would be best if I went ahead and just made you see what it is in the next video. But the fashion here in Tokyo is fantastic. There's really good finds, and the shopping is all over. No tax. It is a little bit cheaper too, I would say, especially for the quality of stuff you're getting. You're getting really good quality materials. And I'm excited to wear this in China for some really good photos. The contrast is going to be great. Stay tuned. Now we're heading over to the camera shop where I bought my FX3 here to get them to adjust some settings because it's only in Japanese, unfortunately. Yeah, this camera shop is insane. So we got our issue fixed. The problem was that my camera is in Japanese, but I got such a good deal for it that I can't complain. And so basically my custom profiles were supposed to be, the aperture should be freely adjustable. However, my aperture was set at 14 and I could not change it on either of the 3 of my custom profiles. So now I came in and had them adjusted so that my aperture I could change on all 3, and to make sure that also they were in S-Log because one of them looked like Cinetone and it was. So good catch by me. Save myself a big headache for when I get home. And now we're gonna kind of just probably wrap up and get over to the next hotel, which is closer to the airport, to sort of sum up our Japanese trip. But the hotel is cool. I got a big tent. I'm very excited. There's still lots to see. And I'm gonna go grab some coffee right now and just kind of hang out and reflect on Tokyo a bit. Low-key just doom scrolled for like an hour, which is very unlike me, but I'm not gonna lie, I am tired. So this is the first time
in Tokyo that I'm gonna leave without my backpack or my camera gear. I'm gonna go out and just kind of go in the Golden Gai, maybe grab a few drinks and just sort of check out all the alleyways and bars and maybe hit a club tonight. So I'll take some videos. Let's go have a good time, celebrate a Friday night in Tokyo and our last night here in Japan. Let's go. I'm just gonna walk around a bit and get a couple of drinks here in Golden Gai. You can see the district's really cool. It's just a lot of tiny bars, kind of condensed it all together. We're going great. Oh, fuck. Well, we just, we ended up partying till like 5 a.m. in Tokyo, and now my flight leaves in 6 hours, and we're back at the hotel, and it's like 12 in the afternoon, so we gotta make it to the airport. I don't know if I'm gonna shoot an outro, so if I don't, thank you for watching. I'm glad we finished it out with a bang and don't drink often or party, so finish it out with a bang. The nightlife in Tokyo is quite fun. Lots of men, not as many women to men ratios I would probably like. Nevertheless, still had a great time, and I hope to give you an outro and talk about my time here shortly. So don't leave just yet, because you may hear more from me. Yo, we just got to this, what is this called? Skyliner, which is basically the train that takes you to the airport from Tokyo. Kind of a long travel day to get to the airport. About like 2 hours in total. We've taken part like transit times and train jumping and all that, but we're on the way there. Gonna grab some food and just hang out and kind of decompress. And then I will meet you guys in Beijing. It's been a very long travel day, and I'm looking forward to get somewhere and kind of just settling down, and really looking forward to my next stops after Beijing, which is going to be Vietnam and Bali. So watch my videos for that, and let's get some food. Let's get on the train. I'll meet you guys in Beijing to send you off. Thank you guys for watching. Just got to the airport, and you know I had to get ramen one last time while in Japan. I have not ate anything that was not Japanese food since I've been here. That's a big goal of mine, and kind of while I travel, I try to avoid getting a burger or anything else, and just eating the customary cultural foods. So I'm gonna potty this ramen and get onto my plane. Just got off the plane, landed in Beijing. We're gonna get our bags and head over to our hotel. It's about 17 degrees out, I think, right now, so it's super cold. But I'm excited to see the Great Wall of China. Let's go.